Key on. I sat under there and maneuvered the battery box. Okay, so battery's mounted. It's not, baby girl's not going anywhere. Anti-gravity batteries, ATX-30-HD batteries. This Ooh, we are back in the chop shop for another great video. I'm not even gonna take so long to intro this. Long story short, this is Samantha, my 2017 Toyota 86, and she has got a nasty 13B inside of her. And the goal is to get her back on the road. Today, how we're gonna fix that or get closer to that is installing one of Antigravity Batteries, ATX-30-HD batteries. This bad boy right here is capable of powering my car and more, while also being a fraction of the weight. It is a battery with 970 cold cranking amps, way more than your average battery. The ATX-30 is a battery that is equipped for your motocross cars, so whether that's drifting, whether it's a street car, whether it's a drag car, anything like that. If you're trying to save some pounds, but you also want a reliable battery, Anti-Gravity Batteries is the battery that for you. Now, it will be linked down below. Go give them a follow on Instagram. Go get your own battery. You can check out all the stuff that they have. They've even got these amazing battery holders that I was able to get as well with my battery, so that you can have a clean mounting point, because obviously these batteries are a little bit smaller than your average car battery. So you can also get one of these sick holders with amazing quality that will allow you to mount your battery while also still being able to see the charge on it, because that's what you can do with an anti-gravity battery, is see where the charge is at. So without further ado, we're gonna step over here to the trunk so I can show you guys what I'm working with. Now, this is the battery of Lexi. This is the battery that I had in Samantha. As you can see right there, 500 cold cranking amps on that battery. This battery, I'm not really sure, but these batteries are so heavy. So what do you do to fix that issue? You go with an anti-gravity battery. Now, the way my battery is gonna be set up is I'm gonna have it mounted in my trunk. I've already got my lines ran all the way from the front of the car that hooks up to everything. So now all I gotta do is mount up the anti-gravity battery and the battery holder back here in the trunk, figure out the way to give it the cleanest look possible, and I'm gonna take you guys through that. So let's go. All right, so don't worry about these. These are the undershills for my hood. But to give you guys an idea of how I wanna mount my battery, it's either gonna be mounted in a situation like this or like this. I feel like mounting it kind of like right there gives us the cleanest look. If I wanted to, just because my battery cables are a little bit longer, I could have it mounted somewhere in the center of the trunk, but I feel like that is kind of weird. So I feel like having it mounted right about here would be the best possible way to do it. And I could either have my battery cables wrap around, or I could have this one wrap around the top, or not the top, but around the back, and then this one would mount right there, kind of like that. So one of the biggest things is just figuring out how I can make this as clean as possible. So that's what I'm gonna spend a little bit of time doing real quick, and then I'll show you guys what I come up with. Okay, so I've decided to turn the battery to the side like this. I think it works better for seeing the indicator, so I know if I have a low battery or not. And then I could wrap this one around like this, and the cable is pretty much hidden behind the battery, like that. And then I can take this one and it'll wrap around kind of like this on the battery, and then it'll obviously be down. So I think that would give it the cleanest look. One of the next things that I'll have to do is I'll have to put the battery in the case to really figure out, once I figure out where I want it, mark it, then take the battery out, put it in the marks, and then mark holes so that I can then put the battery, or like put where I'm gonna mount holes for it, and go from there. So what I did is I sat under there and maneuvered the battery box to the place and position that I wanted. I was able to get it right here, but now that I'm sitting here looking at it, because it is on this flap, if I ever needed to take the trunk out, I really don't think I would need to. There's just the spare tire back there, but I'll pretty much never need to get to that. So honestly, I don't really think it's gonna matter for me. But I've got 2 spots there marked, 1 spot there marked, because this is pretty much how I have it set up to sit in the back of the trunk. Now what I need to do is I've already got the plates, or not plates, but like the little stanchions that are in there. I've already got those in there. So now what I got to do is get it lined up to where I want it, and then what I do now is I drill holes to where I want it, and then I will take these guys and mount them up. Drop old girl in just like that. Money, dude. So that's pretty good. It's mounted. Like I said, if I ever have to come into this trunk and get under here, it's gonna be a whole process. But the idea is I shouldn't have to really come in here because it's just the spare under there. I have no need to actually be under here, unless for some reason I decide to put a fuel cell in the car. But that's neither here nor there. But then, yeah, we have my negative cable, which is gonna mount up right here. Then we have my positive cable, which will mount up here and right around, just like that. So now I need to get my battery terminals, the ones that I'm 100% gonna switch out. But for now, for a temporary solution, it should work. Okay, so battery's mounted. It's not, baby girl's not going anywhere. We have other cables, and as you can already see, we got power. So theoretically, I should be able to get in this car, sit down, and turn the key on, and I should have power. Ooh. Oh my God, that anti-gravity battery is booming, boy. So that's pretty sick. Obviously, I'm not gonna start it right now because it's like 10 o'clock at night. So we will wait until tomorrow and we'll get a startup going. So yeah. And this is the battery setup in the trunk. It looks super good. It's super clean, especially with the battery holder. The battery holder is super duper high quality, and it holds the battery in there really well. It looks super good. You can actually, I'll link where you can get this battery holder from. It's from Melee Designs. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But it's a super good looking battery, super good in the trunk. And as you can see, it's super duper tiny. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get you guys a startup. Here. I know it's gonna be really, really loud. Maybe. We'll see. Key on. pissing off my neighbors. But battery install is super good. It's super clean. It works really well. Everything is super happy in here. Turbo is spinning really well after installing the oil pressure regulator. So we're making really good progress here. One of the next things is really just being able to get the car into gear, because that has been my biggest struggle recently, is being able to get it into gear. So once I can get it into gear, like that's where we're really like rocking and rolling. I have a few ideas of what's going on with it, so we're going to be testing here over the next couple of days, but I hope you guys enjoyed this install. Thank you so much to Antigravity Batteries for helping me out on this build. If you guys want to get yourself your own anti-gravity battery and battery holder, I'll link it down in the description for you guys. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.